I'm this book's #1 fan. Oh, today we're going to talk about Misery. This is my first Stephen King review, and you'll find out eventually that I really like Stephen King. But we're going to talk about the book and the movie, compare, contrast, which one was better. So, I'm going to go real quick. Movie, way more of a mild rendition of this. The book, Paul Sheldon wishes he got the movie Annie Wilkes. I I watched the movie and I loved the actors. I was telling my husband that the actor who plays Paul Sheldon in the movie, that's just who I automatically picture whenever I try to picture Paul Sheldon, because I feel like he fit the vague description of Paul Sheldon. In the book, you don't really get much of what his appearance is really beyond like a very generic description, and you get more his internal like sense. So you get a lot of the way his mind works, like kind of his humor, things like that. Whereas Annie, you get a lot of her physical descriptions, and then you also get like theories as to how her mind might work. But the movie, I feel like it was good. I was really surprised that it was rated R because I do not feel like it was crazy at all. Granted, coming from someone who watches a lot of crazy movies. But I would love to see a remake of Misery more aligned with the book. And I would love the director who did it, the remake, to do that. And Eddie Kasprick's mom in it, the new movie. I think she would be a great Annie Wilkes. Now, this is a great segue into another little tangent. Paul Sheldon's mom played poker with a Mrs. Kasprick. I think that was Eddie's mom because Eddie Kasprick in it. So that was fun. I love picking up those little details because I totally missed them the first like 2 times that I read this book. All right, now we're going to get on to the book. Oh my God. I think I blocked out like a lot of chapters because rereading it, I was so shocked at how insane some of the things were. Like, I remembered the mop bucket and I remembered the hobbling, but apparently I expected it to be like the movie where she just breaks his ankles. No. It's so much worse. And oh my God, there's a part with a rat and it's so gross. So gross. Like, and the thumbectomy, there's a lot. And even just going over Misery's story again, I totally forgot that she ends up with Ian, which is just fuck, like, sorry, which is just messed up in my opinion, because Jeffrey's the one that gets her out of the grave. Jeffrey's the one who does all of the things to save her, and it's like, okay, like, I guess. But I mean, Paul Sheldon very much went off of the fun love triangle dynamic, so it's fine. It's fine. Now, I really enjoyed this book. It is one of Stephen King's books where it is an easy read because there's only 2 characters in it that you like that you get their life story from. And if you've read any Stephen King, you know what I mean. There are some books where if you do not concentrate, there's so many goddamn characters that you get so confused if you're not giving it your all. But this one is nice. It's very easy to go through. and it picks up really fast. Like, the pace of this book is great. The ending was good. There were a couple parts where I was like, God dang it. Because for a second, there's a fake out. And he does it a few times. And like most of the time, I was like, oh, this is a fake out. And then the last one got me. And I was like, wait, what? But very good end. The story overall is very interesting. And if you're down for going through the mind of a psychopath, psychotic woman, this is a fun read. But there are parts that are very graphic. Like, I forgot how intensely graphic this was. I would not recommend reading this at the age that I first read this. I think I first read this when I was like 14 or 15. I would not recommend that. Maybe a little too young. But it is a very good book. This is one of the few where I don't feel like you have to really push yourself to get into the story. Like, it just naturally comes. And so you're going to hear it a lot, but I do like Stephen King as I review more books. I feel like the book is better than the movie. I would love to see a remake of someone who I think actually captured the like grit and true horror of the story, because with the Kathy Bates version, I feel like they really glossed over some of the like truly horrific things that went into this novel. Like, yes, it's scary to be kidnapped by someone, but like the mind games she did with him and like the brainwashing and just the torture, oh my goodness. Like, there was none of that really in the movie. And so I just feel like it didn't convey quite that triumphant like ending that it should have deserved. So I think it should be remade. I think the book was much better, but I think if you want to enjoy the movie and the book, you should watch the movie first and then read the book. Because if you do it the other way, I think you will be every time disappointed with the movie. So watch the movie first, then come back to the book. But overall, great read, super fun.